Good morning, dear students. I am Sampat Bhadu, Assistant Professor of English, Government College, Sri Dungargarh, Bikaner. You are most welcome to my YouTube channel of English literature designed for BA classes. Today, let's take up the next poem, Go and Catch a Falling Star, penned by John Donne. John Donne was an English poet, scholar, soldier, and secretary born into a Catholic family. He is considered the preeminent representative of the metaphysical poets. His poetical works are noted for their metaphorical and sensual style and include sonnets, love poems, religious poems, Latin translations, epigrams, elegies, songs, and satires. He is also known for his sermons, means religious teachings. John Donne is a great poet of metaphysical poetry. He is a poet who is known for many innovations. His poetry is abrupt, suddenly starts, and it always astonishes us. He is known for metaphors and conceits in his poetry. The present poem, Go and Catch a Falling Star, is a beautiful poem that, that is about the inconstancy of fair woman. What he argues here that you can do perform impossible things, but you can't find out a fair and you can't find a fair and faithful woman that is true and beautiful woman. You can't find that. That is the basic idea of this poem. That you can do many impossible things, such as you can catch a falling star, you can beget a mandrake plant with a child, you can probe the past, you can tell who cleft the devil's foot, you can hear mermaids singing, you can be immune to the sting of envy and find out what advances an honest mind. But you can never find a woman who is both true and beautiful. Though this attitude of John is considered as misogynistic. Misogynistic means one who speaks against the women. Feminists disapprove this idea. They strongly oppose this idea that true and beautiful women can easily can easily be found. This is a wrong notion of John Donne. Let's take up the text. Go and catch a falling star. Get with child a mandrake root. Tell me where all past years are, or who cleft the devil's foot. Teach me to hear mermaids singing, or to keep off envy's stinging, and find what wind serves to advance an honest mind. Here, the poet produces a list of impossible things. What he says? that it's impossible to catch a falling star. It's equally impossible to produce a human body from the root of mandrake plant that resembles or that looks like the human shape. No one can show where the past years have gone. We all are unable to show, or we all are unable to tell where all these past years have gone. There is no one in the world who can tell the name of the person who cleft or split the foot of the Satan, the foot of the devil. It's also not possible to hear the song of the mermaids, the water nymphs. No one can change human nature so as so as not to feel the pain of envy, or to find out the reasons which make a man honest. Just as these things are impossible, so also a fair and faithful woman is impossible to find out. There are there is a list of impossible things. Similarly, what John Donne says, fair and true woman is impossible to be found. Next stanza. If thou beest born to strange sights, things invisible to see, ride 10,000 days and nights, till age snow white hairs on thee, thou, when thou returnest, wilt tell me all strange wonders that befell thee, and swear nowhere lives a woman true and fair. The poet here advocates that a man who is born with the power to see strange rights and strange things, even invisible objects, and if he rides 10,000 days and nights and travels all over the world till his hair turn grey, he will see wonderful sights over the journey, throughout the journey. He would come across wonderful things. After the completion of his journey, he will return home. He will tell the stories of his great adventures and wonderful scenes he had seen, but he will not be able to give a single example of a beautiful and faithful woman he has seen or heard. He means to say that to meet a true and faithful lady is impossible. Next stanza. If thou findest one, let me know. Such a pilgrimage were sweet, yet do not, I would not go. Though at next door we might meet, though she were true when you met her, and last till you write your letter, yet she will be false ere I come, two or three. Here the poet says that even if by chance one comes across a woman who is true and fair, she will soon become false and faithless. The poet says that even if by chance one comes across a woman true and fair, before one would write the second or third letter to her, she would be bound to be false and faithless. To see a true woman would be wonderful for him, and one would undertake a pilgrimage for that. But it would be useless, since by the time the pilgrim reaches the destination, the virtuous woman would have turned false. The unique ironic reversal in this last stanza is a device commonly used by Donne. All his journey and trouble in finding a true and fair woman would result in love's labor lost. Dear students, what John Donne here opines that it's really impossible to find a true and beautiful woman, a fair and faithful woman. What he opines, what he argues that if a woman is fair, then she will never be faithful. If a woman is faithful, trustworthy, true, she will never be beautiful. But what you think, it's up to you. What's your personal opinion? My opinion is that John Donne, I think, is wrong in his opinion. True and faithful woman, true and beautiful woman can be found, of course. We can't be so categorical, we can't be so outrageous, we can't be so biased about the, we can't have such type of biased attitude towards the female folk or the female world, the women world. What do you think? Give me your comments with arguments. That's all for today. Have a nice day.